Hello, friend of the pod.
Friends of the pod.
Friends of the pod. A lot of them out there. A lot of them out there.
A lot of them out there.
Oh, yeah, train him how to be a shitty QB and run a lot. Just got what he got. And
they're going to come out and get smoked by New Orleans now. So every Patriots fan will tell you he sucks. Was he? Yeah, he threw 5-yard passes. They were really nice. So we're thumbs up about that.
I think Winston was eating a lot of these that day.
A lot of W's that day.
Stats only tell you so much. They got him for chips. Let's stop the pretzel job here. I heard Joey D was at the UFC event last Saturday. Let me tell you about this signing.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson rental if they like him, they buy him.
Yeah.
Will Levis better start eating all that mayo. He's a baller. Jaden Daniels, book it. He's a baller.
Welcome to What's Cooking on the Gridiron. Thanks for joining us today. On this episode, we will be continuing with the free agent frenzy, and we will be touching on QBs, tight ends, and wide receivers. As well, join us as we watch a little video that Davis has made up in honor of Jason Kelce retiring. And join us as well and stay tuned for later on, as I'll be cooking up on the real gridiron griddle, where I'll be making Jason Kelce's favorite Philly cheesesteak from D'Alessandro's. So please stay tuned, subscribe, follow us on Spotify and Apple, and enjoy the show. Thank you.
Welcome to What's Cooking on the Gridiron with your hosts T and Davis. Join us, along with the Gridiron Boys, as we chat about fantasy football and cook up and mix up some of the latest trending food and cocktails.
Hey guys, welcome back. We're on What's Cooking on the Gridiron. I have the Gridiron Boys here today. Welcome Marty, welcome Shane, and welcome Josh.
Thanks, guys. Happy to be here.
Thanks for having us, Todd.
Yeah.
Good to be here again.
Yes, good. And Josh, we're going to start this off. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk about free agent frenzy. I'm not sure if the dust has completely settled here, but let's just start with the quarterbacks off the top. Kirk Cousins. Leaves Minnesota, goes to the Falcons.
I actually love it. I love it.
How are we loving that?
I actually love it. I think it's fire.
An interesting move for sure.
Yeah, I think it's fire.
He's just traded away, throwing a Justin Jefferson for, I don't know, possibly worst team in the league because I hate the Falcons, but and they're going to come out and get smoked by New Orleans now. So, interesting.
Well, all I can say about Kirk Cousins is, man, that guy can work a deal, man. He signed himself for some, I'm not sure what he ended up signing for, but he ended up making himself a nice setup deal there in Atlanta. So, and his wife said goodbye to Minnesota and said she loved it there, and then away they went.
It's actually sad because on that Netflix show, you know, that quarterback Netflix show?
Yeah.
He had a good insight to his life. They had a pretty nice place in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So they must be sad to say goodbye to that.
They had their kids there, and So we're all thumbs up for Kirk Cousins at the Falcons.
So we're thumbs up about that.
I think it's a
great move for the Falcons.
Oh, great move for the Falcons.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say for Kirk Cousins.
Well, I mean, he is winding down.
I think it's
great
for him.
I think he's a baller. I think he's just downgrading.
I think that's a great. I don't know. Is he downgrading?
Yeah.
The Falcons, it's an upgrade because
huge upgrade.
I said last year,
huge
Desmond was garbage, and I don't know how they played. So.
Yeah, Cousins is recovering from a torn right Achilles, but he is expected to be ready for week 1. He was playing some of his best football prior to the injury in October.
Oh my God, who are you reading off of? We didn't post that shit. We didn't post that shit.
No, it's a great move for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Kirk will have to wait and see how he does there.
Yeah.
Because he had a JJ to throw to. So
yeah, but he's got Drake London.
Yep.
They bring in Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
They got Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? You get a huge upgrade at running back.
Could be good.
Bijan Robinson might just carry that.
Yeah.
It could be good.
Huge upgrade.
They got rid of Arthur Smith.
And I don't even think their defense is that bad,
Their defense is good.
Yeah.
It's going to be sad.
Well, I don't know. Like, we're on the first and goal, last play of the year. Winston hands it off, and we rush in a touchdown. They didn't even look like stopping us. So is their defense that good?
Jeez.
I don't know.
They had to
Winston
give you something, Marty.
Winston was eating a lot of these that
A lot of
day.
W's that day.
Okay, so Kirk Cousins leaves the Vikings, and then the Vikings sign Sam Darnold, and that for 1 year,
Yay.
a 1 year. But
Woohoo.
I think he's just going to be a placeholder because they're going to draft a QB. So
Yeah, he's there for
Yeah,
a couple.
there's no
He's got
doubt.
a smile on his face.
he's
until the
got
draft.
1 year. They signed him for 1 year, so they're going to probably draft a QB, maybe like.
Do you think he
McCarthy
even-
or
if they-
something like that?
Do you think he still starts? Or do you
Well,
think
I mean,
McCarthy
he's-
starts?
Well, I
if
mean,
they
I mean,
draft him?
I don't know. But you know what? From last year when we did this little thing before the draft, and we were talking up, the quarterbacks that there was 3-4 hot quarterbacks at that time, and we were saying, well, they're going to probably have to ease them in. But I mean, the Colts didn't. Boom, Richardson's went right off. I mean,
Mhm.
everybody did. Like all the rookies started right off the bat.
CJ, yeah,
went right
he's
off,
perfect.
and CJ has
CJ.
been great.
could have done with a year.
Yeah, Bryce could have done with maybe a year. Yeah, he was, but I mean, you know what? He got in there, and that. Well, yeah, he could.
He's
have
playing for the
done
worst
with a
team in the league. What
Well,
can you do?
okay. What do you like? What that's what happens with the draft. Like the first pick is usually the person that is the worst team, and that's why they've got first pick. And so then you get the best players. So sometimes the best players, like they're going to bad teams. So
Sure.
it's hard to do, right? So
Okay, but what if you in a different timeline you take CJ first? So CJ's on the Panthers. Do you think
I don't
CJ
think he would
still
have. I
has
don't
the
think
same
he
year?
would. No, I don't think he would have had the same year. No.
Absolutely not.
But the
Absolutely.
I mean, if DJ Moore would have stayed there, sure,
The-
maybe. But I mean, he left. I mean, they were flipping around with their running backs. Like,
Yeah.
like
Depends if
yeah.
they get
the
Tank
Texans
Dell as
the
well.
Texans also had a rookie head coach and a rookie receiver one.
Well, yeah.
So
Well, I mean, they did well.
like
but
But Tank Dell's his boy.
Yeah.
It's his boy.
a little Joe Bergemar.
Yeah,
act.
it's exactly what it was.
yeah.
So I think Stroud landed in a great spot. I think Young just got what he got, and he'll work his way up. And
He
got
what
what
he
coming.
got.
He's
Well,
got
look,
one
they're just going to
coming.
keep picking up good
Yeah.
draft picks every year, and
Well, yeah. So
eventually they got to get good, don't they?
One day they'll be good.
Yeah. So Russell Wilson, gone to the Steelers. Kenny Pickett, I guess, is going to be the Eagles' backup to Hurts, and Justin Fields comes in to fill the void. And he's going to be the Steelers' backup, I guess. He was traded for 2025 6th-round pick or a 4th-round pick, depending on his play time. But yeah, his role as QB will be backup.
Whoa.
Expected.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You think that's nailed
100%.
Think that's nailed on?
I think it's a no question.
I
I mean,
hmm.
like the Steelers fans have to be excited about getting
Absolutely.
Wilson. Like they have to be. Like they were struggling with quarterbacks last year, and I mean, Wilson's he was fantasy wise in PPR he was 14 on the QBs.
Yeah.
Like overall pretty good. Like I mean, what did he have here? He had 66% passing. He had 3,070 yards, 26 TDs in 8 interceptions. He had another 341 rushing yards and 3 rushing TDs. Like I mean,
Yeah, but
that's an upgrade.
Stats only tell you so much.
I know, but I mean that's an upgrade. Like I mean, what the other 2 quarterbacks glued the team together? No, like
Yeah,
not a
they
chance.
got him. They got him for chips compared to what Denver has to soak
Well,
his contract.
Well,
So
yeah, because Denver has to soak up like a lot of it. It's a great
deal.
They've
Yeah.
they have to pay him chips for the first year, like nothing.
Russell Wilson rental.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Exactly. They've got to. Yeah.
Russell Wilson rental. If they like him, they buy him.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. They've got to try him out for 1 year. If they like him, they'll sign him to something. If not, they've lost nothing. And what about Justin Fields?
You want to kick us off, Shane, or I'll lead the move to Pittsburgh. It's interesting
is that where you went?
move. I guess it's a good move for Pittsburgh. They get a backup. No way he's starting in front of Russell Wilson. So Justin's looking for anywhere to play. Chicago obviously going down the path of drafting a quarterback now. They're locked that in. So I think it's a good move all around, except for Justin. It sucks for him, but at least he still gets to play football. So
Well, you don't think he's going to be the backup?
That's what I'm saying. He's definitely back up.
Oh, definitely.
There's not a chance he starts ahead of Russell Wilson.
I think he has. I think he's going to be playing at least 5 games this year.
Is that based on the fact you think Russell's going to be injured, or what?
I don't know. Unless Russ just gets a little revival this year, Pittsburgh could be a spot. Who knows? Maybe little Mike Tomlin brings him back.
I think one bad year for Russ.
One bad. He was in Denver for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Make it 2. Make it 2. Yeah, but still, Justin Fields has never had a good year. So
Sean Payton. That guy's just a disaster.
That's a Saints legend we're talking about here. Let's just chill. Yeah, I can't see him unless something drastic happens in Pittsburgh. I can't see him stepping up.
No, they definitely start with Wilson, but I don't think it's bad for Fields.
Well, he stays in the NFL.
Pittsburgh got him for chips, so it's good for them. They get a nice backup.
Yeah, they got 2 quarterbacks for chips. That's for sure.
Yeah. Pittsburgh could be on for a revival year, which would be nice for them.
But like, what is Chicago doing? Like, you're giving up Fields for a 6th round pick. Like, just keep
I don't think anyone would have taken Fields. It's a bit of the same situation as Zach Wilson. No one would have taken him.
Just keep him at that point.
Yeah. Well, who's their backup? Is that
in Chicago?
Baguette or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they got the undrafted
Baguette.
Or whatever he was. Yeah, pretty sure he's undrafted
Backman or whatever it is. Is he a backup? Yeah,
he played
so I guess
decent,
they could have
but
Fields as a backup.
Unless Fields was basically requesting to get out.
He might be requesting to go.
So they just
got to
see
what happens, but good move for Pittsburgh.
Now the Bears, they have no QB except the backup. They have either traded or signed some additional players, which we'll talk about later. But what are they doing? What are they replacing for their QB? Obviously, they're going to be trading. Who do you think is going to be their number 1 pick?
I think the only pick you do at 1 is Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
No, Jaden Daniels.
But
he's a baller.
I forget Jaden Daniels.
He's a baller. Jaden Daniels, book it. He's a baller.
You're right. You could draft a QB.
Chicago started figuring things out late in the year, and Fields came back.
So who's the Broncos starting at quarterback then? Week 1. They must be drafting a quarterback
right now, apart from whoever was backing him.
Oh, JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Oof.
I'm not sure.
We have to wait
unless I think there. Yeah. So Mac Jones goes to the Jags, and that for
So me and Shane were having a discussion here.
Yeah. Shane was off. They got him for a 6th round pick, not the 6th pick in round 1. They got him for the 6th round.
All right, let's stop the pretzel job here. I was not saying for the 6th pick.
Like, I mean, he's not worth anything like that. Like, yeah. So, but I mean, he's back up to Trevor Lawrence. That's it. That's all he's doing there.
That's all he deserves.
Well, I think other people had otherwise.
He's horrible. He's horrible with the pass.
There's not a chance he starts ahead of Trevor Lawrence. We can't even be discussing that.
He had 10 TDs in 11 games. Not bad. But he also had 12 interceptions.
The guy sucks.
In those 11
the guy
games.
sucks. He straight up sucks.
So he threw more interceptions than he did TDs.
Every Patriots fan will tell you he sucks. Yeah, he threw 5-yard passes. They were really nice. Get Shane out there doing that.
Yeah.
He got exposed this year, and he just wasn't good. Every Patriots fan will tell you.
He can throw 5-yard passes to Travis Etienne.
Over Trevor Lawrence? What's happening? To this
No,
guy?
no. Trevor Lawrence.
What are we talking
Trevor
about?
Lawrence is not taking a back seat to Mac Jones.
Chance.
Not a chance.
I think Mac Jones gets to start when Trevor Lawrence
Gets
has either a torn Achilles, torn ACL, anything lower leg. If he's even struggling like a shoulder sprain, he's still playing.
Yeah. Huh.
Still getting that start.
Who was their backup?
They had CJ Beathard, whatever his name is.
So yeah, so they're gonna probably play Mac Jones, right? So I don't know.
It's a backup for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not a bad signing.
Yeah.
He's a good backup to have.
So
I guess.
yeah, so he left the Pats, and then Jacoby Brissett came in with the Pats. But I mean, I don't know if they're going to start Zappa or I think they
will be drafting.
Yeah, they're going to be drafting a QB. I think they got pick 3, right? So,
yeah, the Patriots have pick 3.
So they're definitely drafting quarterback. So
I don't know if Jaden Daniels is their guy though.
He's nasty.
I think they might go for Drake May.
But yeah, I think they'll draft a quarterback.
Yeah, they're definitely drafting.
It's a no-brainer.
Historical record.
Then so Baker Mayfield, he re-signed.
Yeah, it's a win for Tampa.
Win for Tampa.
That's a win. Yeah,
It's a win for Tampa, a loss for Marty.
It lost for Marty.
It's wins all around, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a great record last year, 9-8, but I mean, he did play well. Like, he did play well, and
He balled.
I do have to apologize to him, personally, because
Yeah, good.
I did berate him at the beginning of before we first drafted. I think I posted a couple of things with him on the pirate ship, walking the plank and stuff like that. But
Yeah, well, we're
I
on
mean,
that
he ended
topic.
up being good. He ended up being pretty good. I actually think I picked him up in later on in the league to play him a bit here and
I
there.
also remember the slander towards Rashad White and how he wasn't a top 10 running back.
I do remember that.
Well, no one expected the
Um,
Bucks to be
I was a part of that as well.
I think
the
we had
Bucks were
2
good.
people on the podcast trashing the boy,
Trash and
and he came out and did his thing. He was maybe a top 5 running back last
okay,
year
I'll
Yeah,
probably apologize.
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Nick Chubb dead.
Okay.
He's a top 5 running
Oh
back.
my God, Nick Chubb. Yeah, I know.
And
I
I'll
felt bad. I
Bit of
had
hand
him.
up accountability
I had
ability
him.
over here. I've been all aboard the Rashad White train since day one.
Yeah,
I've drafted him every year. Well, I'm saying no, I'm bragging about it. I'm bragging.
Marty
about
loves
right.
good Rashad White on his fantasy
it. I've
team.
been
Yeah.
all about this guy.
Yeah. And then Gardner Minshew, he's gone to the Raiders for 2 years.
Minshew's
you
good.
know, and
He was nice last
Minshew,
year in the
yeah.
Colts.
Yeah, Minshew was disgusting.
Yeah, so
He was a Pro
he's-
Bowl
Yeah, he
quarterback.
signed there for 2 years.
There you go.
He signed there for 2 years. So, and
Upgrade.
Garoppolo
Huge
is
upgrade
to be
for the
released, I guess, and he's because he's suspended for the 2 teams for the first 2 games of the season.
Garoppolo?
Yeah.
For what?
We're looking too.
Oh yeah, he got suspended for a violation of the NFL's performance enhancing substance policy. That's a mouthful. Not sure if that helped his performance at all, but that's what he got suspended for, and he'll be joining the LA Rams in week 3 after his suspension, where he'll be backing up Stafford. And then, of course, Joshua Dobbs to San Fran for 1 year, where he'll be backing up Purdy, and he should be a pretty.
Look,
solid
I want to
backup
bring
for
up one
Purdy.
quarterback that got moved, and it's just devastating for me to bring.
Oh,
Jameis?
no.
My boy Jameis is gone.
He's going to the Browns. He's just
It almost brings a tear to my eye to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, while he's back up to Watson. Watson may miss a
Is
game.
he?
And he might get to play a little bit.
Is he back up to
Is he
Deshaun?
back up? Yeah.
Is he back up to?
Because
Watson?
I think Shane was just looking at the worst quarterback contracts of all time, and I think Deshaun Watson was number 1 on the list.
Which is fair.
Yay.
But yeah, look, just want to shout out.
Shout
Sad to
out-
see him go.
Shout
Goodbye.
out Jameis.
Yeah. So and then you know what? Before we head on to the wide receivers, Joey B. He's healing well, I hear, and he is going to be back in
Joey B.
contact in May.
Joe Burr's got to show me something this year.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
He was supposed to show us something last year, and then just too many little injuries.
I mean,
right? So-
I think he started the year injured.
Yeah.
Which he shouldn't have. He should have just sat, because
Yeah.
I think what's his name, Browning, he wasn't that bad.
no.
Like, they won a couple games with him. So like they should have just sat him, let him rested, and then you saw what happened when Joe Burr was like actually back after he was hurt after like week 3, came back, had like a couple really good games, got hurt again.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not sure why they rushed him back. Like, we've seen what he can do, and it's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb to rush back your like a top 3 quarterback in the
Yeah.
league.
Shane loves Joey B. He wants to say something.
He's a great guy.
I heard Joey B was at the UFC event last Saturday, and he looks locked in apparently.
Yeah.
So
Where'd you hear this?
I heard
He
from
was
my
there.
fellow friend of the pod.
Friends of the pod. Friend of the pod.
Friends of the pod.
A lot of them out there. So
A lot of them out
we'll
there.
see.
lot of them out there.
Now that we've mulled over the quarterback situation, let's take a look at the wide receivers. But before we do so, let's have a little word from our sponsors. Hit it, Davis.
Hey guys, this is Davis, and I hope you're enjoying the podcast. T and the boys really know how to talk it up. I have been busy churning out these segments behind the scenes to make this show, and these clowns look glorious, but don't tell them that it's easy work since we started using StreamYard for our podcasting. It's the easiest way to live stream to YouTube like a pro, and if you're too scared to go live, then no problem. It's easy to just record, edit, and publish all within the StreamYard studio. And if you want to publish on other social media platforms, then enjoy the perfect portrait layouts tailored for seamless live streaming on Instagram and flawless recordings for your shorts, TikToks, and Reels. If you would like to try StreamYard for free, then just follow the link below in our podcast description and let Puddles show you the way. Now back to the show.
And since we're on Cincinnati, T. Higgins wants a trade. I guess he's not getting one.
That's
I
my
guess.
boy.
I don't know.
That's my boy.
He's looking for something, but I don't. Nothing's going his way yet, anyway. So
You know what? That I say that's my boy because I've had him every year in fantasy, but every
Yeah.
year in fantasy he just lets me down.
Yeah.
But I still ride with him because
Yeah.
that's my boy.
Has
He was
Tyler,
not- yeah.
Tyler Boyd signed anywhere?
Tyler Boyd.
He's a free agent at the moment, and if they can't trade Higgins if Boyd's not playing either.
Yeah. No, I don't think Tyler.
Jamar be
Boyd's-
running around on his own out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they want.
What do you think, the
I don't
Panthers?
think they want to
Yeah.
get rid of Higgins.
Well, yeah.
I think Higgins wants to, get some more.
I
money
wouldn't
or
mind
go
a little-
somewhere else,
A little
right? So-
T. Higgins, Stephon Diggs swap. That would never happen. But it's good for the Bills.
I think that would be good for the Bills.
It's good for the Bills.
Yeah, I think that would be good for the Bills.
No
Would never
comment from
happen
me.
because I think the Bengals would be a little OP,
the Bengals would be
but
very
it'd be good.
I think the Bengals get worse with that trade.
Well,
T. Higgins is.
I said,
You put him in a role where Stephon Diggs is, with half the drama.
He runs his routes.
oh yeah, I said
Like,
it would be good.
The
Like,
guy,
it would
the
be good
guy
for
had
Buffalo.
the nicest catch of the year last year,
He is
which
him.
was disgusting.
That's my guy.
Like you get him in a starting wide receiver role, he's gonna perform.
That's my guy.
I'm not going to sit here and compare Stephon Diggs to T. Higgins.
yeah,
Stephon Diggs
Yeah.
has got to go out of Buffalo, man. He's
yeah.
just.
I thought they were going
drama.
to try to get rid of him this year, but I haven't
But I
seen
wouldn't
any
mind him
move.
on a
They say
cowboy
that every
jersey.
year.
They do say that every year.
That's his brother saying that, isn't it?
Yeah, shit.
I
tough.
wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind T. Higgins to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't.
Oh yeah,
Of course you wouldn't mind
just
that.
load up the Falcons,
For
there,
Kirk
right?
Cousins.
So,
Why-
yeah,
why-
little Kirk Cousins. Yeah.
Perhaps even the Arizona Cardinals.
Are you reading something on your laptop right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, or the Carolina Panthers because they're pass catchers. The Panthers gave #1 overall pick.
Well, little note for everyone.
Tell the other
Shane
podcast
has-
guy to stay out of here.
Shane has no idea about football and just reads from his laptop. the
No,
whole
but
time.
I think T. Higgins, a great receiver, could easily be a #1 option on any team.
for the Giants,
For sure.
Definitely for the
Oh,
Giants.
yeah,
What
for
the fuck?
sure. Oh, that would. Oh, wow.
Absolutely for the
That
Giants.
would be great. But I mean, what are they going to pay for him?
Nothing. We can't pay Saquon.
Yeah, well, that's
so.
what I mean. You couldn't pay Saquon, so yeah.
So the
Before he
Bengals
decides-
have to try and re-sign Boyd. Well, they got 2 good wide receivers. Do they need a third?
You
Depends how
need
much money he
a
wants.
Shakir. That's what you need.
Oh yeah.
You need a
Yeah,
Shakir.
the third. Yeah, a little
Mm-hmm.
from Buffalo.
A
You're
little,
talking.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
third deep. You need a
Raheem Shaheed
what's
from
the
New
Raheem
Orleans.
Shaheed?
That's who you
That's
need.
yeah,
You need
that's
the-
what you need.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Mike Evans, he re-signed.
Yep, that's winning.
He really wanted. That's a win there. He
Yeah, I think
re-signed
that's
2
an
years,
easy one. I think
52 mils. So that, I mean, he did fantastic last year, and a lot of
he
people.
does every year.
Yeah, but a lot of people didn't draft him. Like they
Well,
drafted him low last
no
year.
Well,
one
because
thought Baker
nobody
was
thought
I mean, he
yeah,
ended up
Baker.
being number 7 in PPR. Like
Yeah,
for the wide
You can count on
receivers.
Mike.
You got to feel for
282
Chris Godwin.
points.
You can
Yeah.
count on him. I don't think you do. Like I actually think Chris is okay with it.
I
don't
thought Chris Godwin originally was going to be better than Mike Evans when he
Yeah.
first went there.
I
and
like
you think
Mike
that
Evans
you think
just
that
kept
every
going.
year,
Yeah.
but Mike every year is just that guy.
He is that guy. He ends
So,
up
like-
he ends up being that guy.
And
He ends up
I
pulling
don't even
through.
think it's not even like Chris isn't that guy. It's just like
Mike is.
Mike
Yeah,
just
Mike is,
is.
yeah.
Like he demands the ball, and
Yeah.
whenever he gets it, he catches it. Like yeah, he has some drops, but like he's still him.
Well, we were talking about Young going to the Panthers last year and that. So, but they did sign Deontay Johnson. So now they do have a little bit of a receiver. I mean,
Let me tell you about this signing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Wait.
Thielen was this. Well, for the first 8 weeks, he was really good.
That guy started off as a wide receiver 1 on my fantasy team.
Johnson.
I traded Christian McCaffrey for Tony Pollard, and Adam Thielen came sliding in as my #1 choice.
Oh, I thought you were
Right.
talking about Deontay
Sadly.
Johnson.
Let me tell you about this scrub. I used to love this guy. He was a nice little Antonio Brown replacement for the Steelers, but then
Yep.
too much gets to your head there over in Pittsburgh.
What do you think? What do you think that is?
Could be a little CTE, could be something in the water. Could be
Sorry,
Mike
so
Tomlin.
where did Johnson sign?
Panthers.
Really?
Everyone
Yeah.
in the
Did he
division.
sign before they knew Russell Wilson was
Really?
coming?
No, he signed after. I think. It was
Interesting.
afterwards.
It was no, it wasn't a signing. He traded.
Well, no, they traded him.
Oh, they traded him.
Yeah, they traded him. They did, yeah, he didn't sign.
I thought you were saying it was his. So what was the trade?
Or no, did he? Or did he sign?
No, he was.
No, did he
He
trade?
wasn't.
Anyways, he's with the Panthers. now.
They might have extended him once they got him, but they traded him to
Yeah.
I think it was for like chips.
Chips.
It's always for chips.
Everything's for chips, eh?
Interesting.
Picks are always valid, bro.
Yeah. And now Jerry Judy.
Where's he going?
Where'd that
He
Jerry
signed
Judy
with the
boy go?
Browns. Signed with the Browns.
So the Broncos are
Yeah.
just getting rid of everyone.
Yeah. Fire sale.
He's another guy too that just thinks he's a little better than he is.
Yeah.
He thought he was
What? What are we?
Jerry Judy thought he was the number one in
Yeah, Cortland
Denver.
came in and
Yeah.
I mean, you get an upgrade
Yeah,
at
little
you get an
Sutton.
upgrade at quarterback. Sutton misses a few games, and you still can't even do anything.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah. Because I know I
So,
picked
like,
up.
how
I
many
picked
more
up
excuses
Sutton
we giving
and
this
I
guy?
think you picked
Yeah,
up.
it's Sutton.
I think you picked up Judy, and you were saying how he was going to stomp all over my Sutton.
he was
and,
meant to.
And Sutton just went off, and Judy just kind of sat on the bench.
Judy.
I mean, he ended up what? He ended up finishing 50 WR in PPR.
Yeah, it's a great
142
take.
points. So
It's a great take.
you know,
You know what? Like they even like you come at CD and you say you're not a wide receiver one. What does he do? Comes out, drops 10 catch games, 150.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the reporters last year said that to Judy. What does he do? He comes out, 2 catches, 20 yards. So like there's levels.
yeah.
There's levels.
There's levels.
Now, besides Mike Evans re-signing, that was good. I think the other re-signing one that was good was Pittman. They signed him 3 years,
Huge.
70
Oh,
mils.
it's
In
huge.
I mean,
He deserves
because
every cent.
Richardson's gonna. He did great last year. Richardson's gonna be back again this year. They had a great connection there. So Richardson stays healthy. I think we can see that relationship develop
balling.
even more.
He deserves every
Yeah.
cent of that, Pittman.
Yeah, he finished it number 13 receiver in PPR, and I mean, you know, Richardson was out for I don't know how many.
Pittman's
games
been
there,
nasty.
so,
Pittman
yeah.
number 13.
Yeah.
He was only 13.
Yeah, he was 13, 250 points.
Yeah, I think he had his backup quarterback the whole year.
I thought he was
Yeah.
like top 10 for sure.
No, I think it just dropped off when they lost Richardson. I think.
He was one of like the most consistent receivers.
Oh,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
This guy had like 8 catches in every game.
For sure. And then Calvin Ridley signs with the Titans today. Like I just had finished.
You know what? You know what
just-
receivers love doing? They love going to the Titans and never being good again.
No, you know what they like.
Whoa.
You know what? No, you know what they like doing is
Hopkins.
no, yeah.
Number one option.
Well.
Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Number one.
AJ Brown left. What's he do? Baller in Philly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Big time. But
Yeah.
you know what? You know what else they like to do is Ridley was saying he was looking for a trade. And then just yesterday when I was talking to him, he said, nope, I'm staying with the Jags. I'm going to stay with the Jags. I'm not going to go trade. And then today I see he drops the bomb and he's freaking traded to freaking Titans. Or I mean, he signs with the Titans.
So he said
4
he didn't want to
years,
get traded.
92 mils.
He said he didn't want to get traded after.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to leave. Like originally he was looking and that, but then he said he came out and said, yeah, I'm comfortable staying with the Jags.
Well, I guess that's.
I
not
think
really
I'm going to
up
work
to
it
him
all
at that
out
point.
there and everything's going to be good. And then
If they get a good deal, I mean,
he's going to stay. And then I see the thing come across my feed automatically right away, and he signed 4 years, 92 mil. So
Will Levis better start eating all that mayo
Titans,
because he's going to be slanging that ball.
yeah,
Titans have a nice WR core now.
That was a good take, Josh.
They're
Yeah.
looking good.
There's another guy who just thinks he's a little better than what he actually is.
oh yeah.
This guy hasn't had a positive take on
yeah,
it.
yeah. Do you like anybody?
Well,
CeeDee
like
Lamb.
Calvin Ridley missed the last 2 years.
Well, of course
Anyone
he
know
did.
what for?
Hmm.
Ivan Tony.
Don't bring up
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, he wasn't even the number one guy there, and then he was just super inconsistent, like
He was.
every other week.
I didn't
He'd
draft.
pop
him at all.
off for like 6 and 130.
Yeah.
And then like he disappears in like huge games.
Well, who else? We were just talking. We were talking about somebody
Yeah.
else that's exactly like that plays for the Buffalo Bills. Like, I mean, you know, like
yeah, but
has big high scoring games and then decides not going to show up for a few games, right? So I
I don't
wonder who that is, right? Diggs. Yep. And
Uh,
so then what?
Back-to-back AFC bronze medal champions.
Yeah, and while we're on Buffalo, let's little Gabe Davis going to the Jags, right? So he should be hot now that Calvin Ridley leaving, right? So
yeah.
Ridley's gone, so
It's a loss for the Bills.
you don't. I think he's going to be a key player. I think you don't think he's going to be a key player.
I think
Well,
he'll
he
be.
has to
I think he'll be. I think he'll be
Yeah.
Gabe Davis. I just think he'll be Gabe Davis. Like he'll be Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
He'll have
But I mean,
every other 8th game he'll have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like that's just how that's
Yeah.
Gabe Davis. And you know what?
and he
He has them when you need him.
Yeah, and I'm going to draft him. I'll put him on my bench, and I'll make sure I have him slotted in
After-
for the
yeah,
days that he
week.
has
Yeah,
the 4
the-
touchdowns,
if
and
he-
then I'll sit him when I don't. When he
If he
doesn't.
has 3 bad weeks in a row, you start him the 4th week
Yeah.
because he's having 3 touchdowns. That's just how. But like the Jags have good receivers.
Yeah.
Like, so Chris Kirk, Travis Etienne's pretty much a receiver.
Yeah, well, yeah, they've got him right. So.
Zay's nice.
Yeah.
So Tyler Lockett ends up staying in Seattle. I think that's good. Bourne resigns with the Pats. Darnell Mooney, we were talking about. He went to Atlanta. Michael Gallup cut. Michael Thomas to be cut.
Good.
Allen Robinson to be released, or he is released.
Yeah,
So
What do you think about my guy, Mike Williams?
Well, that's who I've been waiting to bring up.
Well, I think now that he's been signed with the Jets, it will add depth for them. He'll be another weapon for Aaron Rodgers. He should be a deep threat option, and we'll take some of the heat off Garrett Wilson.
That's like the Chiefs this year. The teams later in the year didn't know what to do with Kelce and Rice.
Right.
Because they were both so like either or could have a great game.
Well, those are the teams that excel. Like, it's great to have a superstar, but you need like not necessarily 2 superstars, but you need somebody else to draw away from that, right? So so they're not just double coveraging your best guy all the time, right? So I mean, that was the problem with Kelce. Like, they're always double covering him, but I mean, once
Still won a Super Bowl, by the
Rice
way.
got in there, well, then they're not having to do that a lot, because if they do that, then Rice is walking away with comments. Shane, on that, since he was your guy.
Yeah, Mike Williams is the boy. Only thing that kind of sucks here is the guy gets injured like every year or every other year. So maybe this might be his year. He doesn't. But I think it's great for the Jets. They brought him in 1 year, like 6 mil, 7 mil?
He got 1 year, 15 mil.
15 mil, and he gets a
Yeah, he's
bag.
getting a bag
Getting
for
a bag.
1 year, right? But I mean, if he performs, I mean, they're going to be definitely contracting him for some more years, like 3 years or something like that.
I think it's a great move for the Jets, and it's a great move for Mike Will. The only team that I don't know what the Chargers are doing. I have no idea.
Yeah, what are the Chargers doing?
They've just scrapped everything. You may as well throw Herbert out the window too at this stage and start from scratch.
Yeah, like I think
Exactly.
they're at, I don't know.
Eckler's gone too. Yeah, we've lost.
They
Yeah,
lost.
Eckler's
They
gone.
lost Keenan, Eckler, and Mike.
So they have
I
no
mean,
offense.
You still got Herb, so like anything's possible.
But great move for the Jets. Rodgers gets his second WR, which is massive.
Yeah, if Rogers in for the whole year and he's like playing decent, they got a good chance.
Yeah, they're going to be really
So
good
with
this
like
year.
with their defense, Garrett Wilson, Mike Will now. As
Brees
long as
Hall.
everyone stays healthy, Brees Hall. Ooh,
That was
That's
tough.
a tough one.
it's a tough one. Breathe Hall.
Yeah, the Jets look unreal. Like, they look unreal. So, see what happens.
Yeah, it's not going to be good for the Bills this year. I'll tell you that. So,
Is Hollywood Brown still a free agent?
Marquise? I don't know.
He hasn't signed anywhere?
Yeah, Marty. Hollywood Brown has gone to KC. He signed for 1 year, $11 million. I know you're very excited about that. What do you think?
I love the man. I think he's unreal at football, and he's going to be the best wide receiver there. And sorry, Rashee Rice, time to take a seat because Mahomes got a new WR1. I think it's huge for them. I think it's great for the Chiefs.
that's a bold take.
Yeah.
That's a bold
I
take.
I think the Chiefs, that just makes them unbelievable again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think they're running it back for a third
Yeah.
easily.
It's great for Hollywood Brown. Great move for him.
Unless Kelce retires, but I don't think he will.
Well, I mean, I don't think he will. But I mean, just like Josh was saying, like having, it's been a good year with having Rice at the end there. He helps out Kelce. They don't have to always double coverage Kelce, because if they do, then Rice is getting the ball. Now this just adds another depth to them, right? Now there's Brown out there, right? So,
Yep.
it's either going to be Brown, Rice, or Kelce getting the ball. So, I mean,
Yep.
they're going to, people,
Yeah, they
teams
got
are
some
going to have a
weapons.
lot of they're going to have to cover a lot of receivers or the the tight
And they
end.
still got Pacheco there.
Exactly.
Who was WR2 when Tyreek Hill was running around?
When he was there, I think they had Valdez Scantley. Wait, no, he wasn't
No.
there.
MVS? No, I don't.
No, they had
It wasn't anyone massive, was it?
no, they never had any.
So
I
like
think they
right
had like
now, their
McCole
offense could
Hardman.
be even better than when they had Tyreek, just because they have
No.
across the
Oh
board
well,
they have a better WR2, which
I don't think it matters. Like they still
with
won.
Kelce still running around, yeah, and they still won without him, so they just look even better now. So
They've won 2 in a row now without Hill. So like with nothing.
with nothing,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I don't even know who their receivers were last year. Whether they won.
They're the exact same.
Just Kelsey and
MVS?
Mahomes.
Yeah,
Running around out there, dropping
MVS.
balls.
Making one.
They didn't
catch.
even have Rice then at that point.
Yeah,
so.
well, they had Rice last year.
Shows that
No,
all
the
they
year-
need is
the year
Kelce.
The year before that,
Year
no,
before.
Rice was the new one.
Kelsey's the only one they need.
Yeah, that's insane.
So I guess other than that, that just leaves us with Keenan Allen going to the Bears. The Bears are doing a couple of pickups. We had mentioned, Justin Fields is gone, but they're going to get the number 1 draft pick, and now Keenan Allen's there. What are we feeling? How's this going to work out with the Bears?
Sorry, I just zoned out a little there because for the first time in history, I witnessed Shane drink like a normal person from a can.
Oh,
For all
here
those
we
listening at
go.
home,
There was
Here
no
we go.
Shane
Slurping?
thinks he has to suck on a can like it's a straw every time he drinks. So, round of applause for Shane for drinking like a normal person for once. But
Wow.
anyway, back to Keenan Allen.
Just a quick note.
Oh.
Sponsored by Bubbly.
Yeah, no, it's the. Once again, don't know what the Chargers are doing. They're not retaining any offense, and they lose another weapon. So
Yeah, good for the Bears.
And do you
fantastic
have-
for the
Do
Bears.
you have what the trade was?
No, I just have it down as Keenan Allen to the Bears. I'm not sure what he ended up signing or with his trade in that, I guess.
I don't think he was a free agent. I think they traded him, but
Yeah, they
again,
traded
I don't
him
think
for-
it was for much. Like the Bears, I think it was a second pick they gave up.
Well, it gives the Bears a wide receiver now running around that's actually
I
good.
love it. I think the Bears are actually going to be disgusting.
Yeah, in the end, this is a good move for the Bears for sure.
Like you got
There's no
DJ,
downside.
you got DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, they're disgusting with
That's
the best quarterback in the draft probably.
yeah,
So
like 3 guys that have been in the league know how to kind of play disgusting, so it should be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Keenan Allen. They just said that that he just because of salary cap they released him pretty much. So
Yeah.
just to free up some cap
He's
space.
getting kind of like old, but like he can still ball.
the
Like, he's
Chargers
like-
are just doing a full revamp.
Oh yeah,
They're just
yeah.
cutting everyone old or
Yeah,
everyone full stop.
Yeah, well, they've that and Chicago's picking everybody up. They got DeAndre Swift for the running back. I think they picked up Gerald Everett as their tight end. They already have DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, and then they're going to be adding probably Caleb Williams as their number 1 draft pick. And now Keenan Allen's there. So
if Caleb turns out like CJ Stroud last year,
Yeah.
this
Oh, yeah.
team
I'll make a
could
good
be
playoff run.
good because
Yeah.
they re-signed like some of their defensive players. They who'd they bring in too? I can't think of it.
He
They
doesn't
brought
even
in
need to
another
be
good
as good as
defense player.
CJ. He just needs to be not terrible.
Yeah.
And Chicago should make a playoff run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as Mikey V says, Bears always find a way.
yeah, and
Find a way to
he
choke.
had a really good showing at the pro day yesterday on that. So,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
but I mean that doesn't count for
But did he
anything.
throw the ball? I thought
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
he did.
Yeah. You're thinking about a couple of weeks ago when they had
Oh,
the thing that
Yeah,
like
he
they
sat
had
out of that.
like yesterday they had the pro days.
gotcha.
And that just for the specific schools, right? So
Yeah.
for colleges and that. So he was throwing there and that, and he did pretty well and for that. But
I guess it depends how he kind of meshes in the locker room because there's already players on the Bears saying not to bring that Hollywood shit into the room. So, I don't know. It seems like a few of them because I don't know. He does kind of seem he's all that for not playing a single NFL game. So
yeah, well, you never know how anybody's going to play out, right? So especially once they get into they look great, but
he has been growing the beard out and the hair.
Yeah.
So guy's been
Like,
grinding.
he could be good, but I wouldn't be shocked if he stinks.
Yeah.
It happens
Oh, well,
all
yeah.
the time.
Would
Yeah.
not be shocked.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
But he could be unreal as well. So
Yeah, and I was talking to Mike Popoli. Shout out to Mike there. He was saying, watch, the Bears will end up taking Drake May as their first pick because they love North Carolina quarterbacks, right? So
yeah, see what
That
happens.
yeah,
Exciting if you're a Bears supporter.
yeah,
You got to be excited.
yeah.
I would love
Bears
to
and
be.
Jets.
Yeah. And then on to Curtis Samuel's signing with Buffalo for 3 years, $30 million. There they go.
Holy
Like, yeah,
smokes.
he's getting a bag to come play alongside of the rest
Down
of
in the
those guys
north.
there.
It's Gabe Davis out.
Yeah,
Samuel
Gabe Davis out.
in. So
I think it's an upgrade.
I think it's an upgrade as well, but it's not impacting the league heavily.
No,
It's just,
they'll still make it to the playoffs.
Yep.
First round exit. Um,
Yep. Yeah.
But,
Josh will throw the team on his back as per usual. And
they'll get some fun games out of him. He'll probably get like a rushing touchdown here and there.
Yeah.
A couple passing touchdowns.
so you're saying he's worth picking up in fantasy?
I think he'll
Late
be
round
good.
pick.
He was in Washington before, right?
Yeah, he wasn't bad in Washington.
I
He
feel
was
like he was
a-
always
he was pretty
He'd be
decent
on the
there.
waiver wire usually, and you pick him up here and there. So
Yeah.
it's an
If you're-
upgrade for him.
yeah, if you're in like a 10 or 12 man league, or if you happen to be in a 14 man league, Josh Deck,
Well,
then Curtis Samuel's the pickup.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
whoever had Gabe Davis on their team, sitting on the bench or playing him, then Curtis Samuels is going to be the replacement.
He'll
there
be
for sure.
he'll
And it'd
be
an upgrade.
way more consistent than
Yeah,
Gabe
exactly.
Davis, I think.
I can't compare him to Gabe Davis on
No,
whether
they
he's
play
on the bench
differently.
or not, because every friggin' fantasy league in up here is everyone has Gabe Davis because they're all Buffalo supporters. So
Well,
I
that's
can't tell
true.
if he's meant to be
No,
on
that's
the
true.
teams or not. But
Yeah.
No, everyone's banking off of this playoff performance he had like 2-3 years ago.
that one game, yeah,
230, 3 touchdowns
Yeah,
against
yeah.
the Chiefs.
it was a banging game, but hasn't replicated it.
Then KJ Osborne to the Pats.
Not a bad move for the Pats. KJ Osborne he was always that guy at Minnesota that Jefferson gets injured and all of a sudden
Oh,
you pick
yeah.
KJ up off the waiver wire and hope that he just has a bag of points. And it never ever happened, but
No,
he showed a little bit of potential. So the Pats
Yep.
have nothing at wide
no,
receiver.
no.
So
Yeah.
this is good for the Pats.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
also got in who else the Pats bring in?
Jalen Rigor re-signed. He
Jalen
re-signed.
Reagor.
Yeah, he just re-signed. He was already with the Pats. I mean, he's already with the Pats. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the Pats have no one.
Yeah.
So they pick up a third string wide receiver from the Vikings who will do well at Patriots, I assume. So
Yeah.
Now I don't know if we're already going to be talking about this, but
what?
Marty, what'd you think about Chase Young to the Saints? I didn't even see this.
yeah, it's a good little defensive pickup.
Holy cow!
I did see some posts from San Fran fans saying that he did nothing there anyway, so it's not a big win. But I'll take it as a win, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, and then because we did running backs last week, just a little update. We have Madison. He signed with the Raiders, so I guess just another running back that's tries to be the RB1, but ends up just being a lifetime backup, I guess.
Who's there at the Raiders now? Who's number one?
They are going to run with. They had a rookie there.
Was
I
it
think
Josh
it's.
Jacobs back up?
I think it's Zamir White. He was a rookie last year.
Oh, that's who it was.
Yeah,
He,
Zamir White.
he
Yeah.
didn't- He didn't play bad when.
Go ahead. Sorry.
He didn't play bad when Jacobs was out last year for a bit, but
I wouldn't be shocked if they split the carries.
it's just going to be another little committee.
Yeah, which just sucks with fantasy, but
Just
Yeah,
get banged
and
in
then
fantasy.
and then Dante Foreman signed with the Browns, and that's
I don't mind that.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
Give me a
always
little depth behind Nick Chubb's.
yeah, he's an older back, but he always just runs tough.
yeah,
And with Chubb coming off his knee injury, you never know what's going to happen. But he signed a 1-year deal there, so
There's no
that's
way.
good
There's
for
no
him.
way Chubb's playing this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
why?
Is he actually coming back to football?
Oh, you're saying he's never gonna play again?
He's never going to play again? Not
I
that
don't
I
know.
know of.
I haven't heard anything on him.
He'll
But
be
this
back.
guy's knee was
Buckled.
shattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these guys recovered at unreal rate. Look at Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Aaron
but
Rodgers wanted to
Achilles
play.
and like
Aaron Rodgers wanted
Like
to play
what?
like last year.
Achilles are like what?
coming back from an Achilles is not as bad if you're a quarterback compared to your knee as a running back.
Yeah, but everyone does their
Shattering your knee.
knees.
Yeah, they all do their
And
ACL.
when you're getting
It's tough.
paid what you get paid, you can have the best care in the world and come
Yeah.
back and be better than ever. So
Yeah, if anyone can do it, Nick Chubb, he's the guy. I didn't know Leighton Vander Esch retired.
Oh yeah, I was telling Marty that the other day, and we were talking about that. I thought for sure you knew of that. Yeah, he retired. He's done.
That's tough. The guy plays like 5 years in the league.
Yeah,
happens.
tough. Anyway, I just want to rattle off the tight ends. So Hunter Henry
Hey, can we get a
resigns.
time check, Davis.
I guess it'll just depend on what quarterback he gets. Mike Gesicki signs with the Bengals and that. So for 1 year. So yeah, I think that's going to probably be decent. I mean, they have Drew Sample there, but I mean, he should be able to get.
It's a good move for the Bengals, I think.
Yeah, I think he
it's
should
not
get to
bad.
play in that. So Noah Fant, he re-signed 2 years, 21 mil. He will be the lead tight end because Disley left, and so did the other one. So I think that'd be a sneaky pick if anybody's looking for a tight end that you can probably get low. I think Noah Fant will probably be one of those guys that'll be decent. All the tight ends are shitty anyways, but I mean,
he's not going to have a quarterback.
Well, and we don't know what he's going to have. But
wait, there you got Geno Smith running around there.
Yeah.
So he'll be fine. Actually,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, and then Zach Ertz left Arizona, went to the Commanders, and Will Dissly that left Seattle. He did end up signing with the Chargers. Hurts got cut from Carolina. Dalton Schultz. I just want to say Dalton Schultz. So, and Shane's going to.
Where'd Dalton Schultz go?
Well, no, he didn't go anywhere. Like
Okay,
last year, he left. He left Dallas.
Left Dallas.
Went to Houston. The Texans.
Went to Houston.
And that they signed. I think they only gave him like a 1 year contract to see what he could do. I guess he balled out, so they gave him a three year, 36 mil.
Yeah,
and he deserves it. Thanks, guys.
Number 12.
Okay, thanks. Okay, and make sure you guys stay tuned.
Number 12.
I'll be on the Real Gridiron griddle, and I'll be cooking up Jason Kelce's special little Philly cheesesteaks. So stay tuned for that.
Sounds delicious.
And we're out of here. Welcome to this episode of What's Cooking on the Gridiron. I'm your host, T, and today we'll be cooking up some Philly cheesesteaks in honor of Jason Kelce's retirement. We are going to be following the recipe from his favorite place, D'Alessandro's in Philly. Shout out to D'Alessandro's. And we'll be cooking all up according to how he loves his Philly cheesesteaks. So let's take a look at the ingredients right now. So the ingredients for the Philly cheesesteak is pretty simple. The way Jason Kelce likes it is a cheese steak wit. That stands for with onions. So you can see we have a big pile of freshly cut up onions. Of course, our avocado oil that we're going to cook it in. That's what we recommend for on the griddle. And then some smoked paprika from Trader Joe's. We're going to mix that in with the onions. That's according to D'Alessandro's in Philly. That's what they like to put on theirs. The best part is the ribeye steak that you can see on the left there, thinly sliced. And mayo for the buns, just like how Jason Kelce likes it. Some hoagie rolls. You like them nice and soft. You don't want anything too crusty. We don't have Amorosos here, so we just have some buns that we had made. And then a pile of American white cheese. So ingredients, pretty simple. So let's get cooking. So we're going to start up frying up the onions first. My griddle's on 4-zone burner. So usually on my left side, I keep it down on low. I cook everything up on the right-hand side and shove it over to there. So first off, we're going to use our avocado oil. That's the best suggested thing that you should be using on that because of its high heat point. We'll add our onions here and start cooking those up. So we'll just keep cooking up these onions until they're nice and tender. I'm going to spread them out here and add a little bit of paprika. I really like this smoked paprika from Trader Joe's. You can add as much as you want. Mix it all together here. And that's all we add, just like D'Alessandro's. No salt, no pepper, just onions that are just like that with the paprika. And that looks pretty good there. I'm going to put one last little sprinkle of paprika, and we'll put it over to the side. And then we'll just shove this over to the side and cook up our steaks. Now, with the steak, you should be using a nice ribeye steak, thinly sliced. You can pick that up at your butcher. You can do it yourself, or you can find some packages. We use Sam's Clubs or Costco. And usually, if you hunt down them in the business Costco in Canada or Sam's Club, you can find usually some nice ribeye steak, thinly sliced. So let's cook this up. Now, because this is a good cut of meat, you don't really need anything. And some people like to put salt and pepper on, but I just like it the way it is here. Of course, my wife, who I'll be cooking for tonight as well, along with the Gridiron crew, we are going to be adding some teriyaki sauce for those that like it. Now, as you can see, it doesn't take very long to cook the one side already. And now we'll just cut this steak up a little bit here. Make sure it's cooked all the way through. We'll just push some aside and get one made here with some cheese on it. So we're going to add some thinly sliced white American cheese on here. Try to slice it as thin as you can. That way it will cook up a little bit better. And of course, my trusty cover that I said you need this. I'll put that on there and let the cheese melt. A nice soft bun is what you want, nothing too crusty. And we'll add the onions next. And then we will add our mayonnaise. And then we'll set that aside and check on our beefs. Oh, that's nice. Let's just get that all there. Add that onto our bun here. Could have done that a little bit better. Stuff that all in there. And there you go. A nice Philly cheesesteak, Jason Kelce style, a cheesesteak wit. That's with onions. Prepared just like the D'Alessandro's in Philly. Enjoy. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this portion of what's cooking on the real gridiron. The Philly cheesesteaks look delicious. And before we wrap this up, let's have Davis's little tribute to Jason Kelce's retirement. Thank you, Davis.
Thanks for coming, guys. Of what in the fuck is about to happen. I loved football. Whether it was in my backyard with my brother.
You ready, Trav? All right, hike it, Jason. Go.
From Cleveland Heights, I entered the University of Cincinnati as a walk-on. As a linebacker, I had no idea what to expect, but scenes from Rudy would often race in my mind. It all felt too perfect when the Eagles selected me in the 6th round. When I look back down the road, I'm sure there are things I will forget. But these are some of the things I'm sure I won't. I won't forget the call I got from Andy Reid on draft day. And I won't forget 2 years later, brother receiving a call. And him being drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs.
The 63rd pick in the 2013 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Travis Kelce.
I won't forget the first time I saw Jason Peters do a one-on-one pass set with Trent Cole and being amazed at the speed, balance, and power I had just witnessed. I won't forget Thirsty Thursdays at 879. I won't forget my second training camp, just that Garrett Reed had passed away. I won't forget Chip Kelly's first game as Eagles head coach against the Washington Redskins. Couldn't stop us. I remember all of us thinking after that game, this is going to change the NFL. I won't forget walking out of the tunnel to a blizzard. The Lions in white jerseys blended into the snow so well I could not see the secondary of the defense. It was probably the most fun game of football I've ever been in. It felt like we were all kids again that day. Don't forget finding out in the 2017 Rams game that Carson Wentz had tore his ACL. I won't forget Nick Foles having the game of his life on the biggest stage possible. And the biggest dick on the team going up to Doug Peterson and asking for the Philly special. And Doug Peterson having the biggest balls in the stadium to say, yeah, let's do it. And the way the ball hung in the air on that last Hail Mary and how it felt like an eternity. It finally landed, running onto the field. We had done it. I won't forget the parade and what it meant to the city of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia!
I won't forget my mother becoming mom of the NFL. I won't forget Nick Sirianni sending me kegs of beer to convince me to keep playing these last few years. I won't forget making the playoffs in his first season, the Super Bowl in his next, and the immense heartbreak at the collapse of this last season. I won't forget falling short to the Chiefs and the conflicted feeling of immense heartbreak. And at the same time, the amount of pride I had that my brother had climbed the mountaintop once again. It's only too poetic I found my career being fulfilled in the city of brotherly love. Consider it a great blessing to play in the most passionate sports town in America. I have amassed 6 All-Pros, 5 Pro Bowls, and am recognized by some as one of the best centers to ever play the game. I think it's no coincidence I have enjoyed my best years of my career with Kylie by my side. She has also given me 3 beautiful girls and a life that increasingly brings me more fulfillment off the field than it does on. We've had a great run, Kai. Thank you, Philadelphia. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me represent this city and allowing me into your homes every Sunday. And that forever we shall all share the bond of being Philadelphians.
Jason, you're getting out here and you're going to be the starting center for the Philadelphia Eagles as a rookie.
That's all I got. Go Birds!
Well, thanks for joining us on this podcast episode. This is Davis, and I hope everyone enjoyed T's cooking on the actual gridiron. In celebration of the Eagles' Jason Kelce's retirement, he made us a tasty Philly cheesesteak just like Jason likes from D'Alessandro's. and I hope you enjoyed the video clip of Kelce's football career that I put together. Thanks to the Gridiron Boys Josh, Shane, and Marty for joining us to discuss part 2 of the NFL free agency frenzy, which included trades and signings of QBs, tight ends, and wide receivers over the past couple of weeks. Well, that is it for this show. Be sure to subscribe so you will not miss our next podcast when we review the NFL Draft 2024 and see what T has to cook up on the gridiron for the rookies and all you Dynasty players. All our podcasts are available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as our YouTube channel. Please follow us on our social media platforms and check out our Discord server and join in some group chats. This is your co-host Davis signing off, and may all your fantasy football dreams come true.